By now, you should already know that there are things out of your control that can affect your speaking score. And those things have nothing to do with speaking. For example, your pitch, where your microphone is positioned, or even the microphone itself can affect your speaking score. So even the casual staff members that work at the test centers, they can also distract you and even affect your speaking score. And I've talked about all of those things in previous videos. However, did you know that you are being set up to get a low score in speaking from the very beginning? What am I talking about? The instructions. Yes, by following the instructions in the exam, you're bound to get a low speaking score. You want to know what I'm talking about? Let's get into this. Have you seen this before? It's free. It's from the PTE website. It breaks down how the points are distributed. So let's take a look at the speaking. So in speaking, they're going to look at content, fluency, and pronunciation. And on here, in the enabling skills, you'll see that they're not going to talk about content. Matter of fact, they don't talk about content anywhere. This is the newest version, by the way. They kind of reworded this. The older version didn't actually say the same thing. But for oral fluency, it says smooth, effortless, and naturally paced delivery of speech. For pronunciation, what are they looking for? Now in the past, they actually talked about syllable stress. But here they're just talking about speech sounds and easily understandable. What the hell does all of this mean? Who is it that's going to determine whether or not your speech is understandable? Who is it that's going to determine whether your speech is naturally paced? I don't even know what that means, naturally paced. Some people speak fast, some people speak slow. So what the hell are they talking about when they say the naturally paced delivery of speech? So that's probably why people end up looking for more information or they look for help. And where do people usually end up looking for those things? On YouTube. Now on YouTube, for a fact, you're going to have people that teach you real and true knowledge. Fact. But you're also going to have people that teach you some bullshit. They're probably watching other YouTube videos and teach it right back to you. Now let me explain. You see this book right here? This is the official PTE Teachers Manual. Now I don't actually have the hard copy, but what I tell my students is that if I had the hard copy of this book, I'll burn this shit. Now this is the book that teaches you to chunk words together. What the hell does that even mean? They also tell you to pause at all the punctuations. They want you to enunciate and pronounce all the words nice and clear. Basically, what that means is they want you to speak nice and slow. How many of you have tried that already? How many of you actually got a high score? Now for damn sure, I don't teach people to speak that way. But I also know that there are a lot of other PTE schools that also don't teach it that way. Unfortunately, there are still schools that teach it that way. Why? In my opinion, there are two reasons. Number one, I think they have no idea what they're doing and they're just watching YouTube and reteaching it back to you. Number two, they're teaching it to you because they're the official partners of PTE and they have to teach what the PTE wants them to teach. That brings us to the last topic. I want to show you why I say that you are being set up from the very beginning to get a low score in speaking. So let's take a look at this letter. This is a letter from PTE to a student that asked for a remark for his speaking. They did not change his score, and in the letter, they explain why. I have actually seen a few of these letters. They all say the same thing. Now, I want you to take a look at this line. It says the person did not speak with appropriate pace. Well, what is pace? Pace means speed. Remember when I showed you in the beginning where they wanted you to speak with natural pace? I'll show you again just so you can see. When they say pace, do we know whether they mean at a slow pace or a fast pace? What does it mean when they say natural? It's very vague. But what we do know is that the instructions from the teacher's manual and other PTE trainers is that they want you to speak nice and slow. And please remind me, how did that work out for you the last time? So that means you should actually speak fast instead of slow. Now, ain't that some bullshit? However, the instructions in the teacher's manual actually suggest that you should speak nice and slow. So the next time you hear somebody say you gotta chunk words together, you decide on what you want to do. I know what I would do. There you have it. I hope the information was helpful. I know that the speaking is not as direct as we would like it to be. I know in the IELTS you're just talking to another person, but in the PTE you are talking to a computer. So a lot of factors contribute to that score. So I hope the information was helpful. Please check out my other tutorials. Remember to drop a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.